This field was home to legends like Bellino and Staubach, the United States Naval Academy, Indianapolis, and home to the Midshipmen of Navy. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a team from the Pac-12, the Washington Huskies, taking on a team from the AAC, the Navy Midshipmen. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. So Navy's return team certainly didn't do the offense any favors there. And here comes the quarterback, and one thing you know for sure, with this team, as he goes, so goes the offense.
And he's a big-time talent, Reese. This guy can hurt you in a multitude of ways, throwing and running the football. He's going to have to be dialed in, though, because this defense is going to give him a lot of different looks. It's really important. He is on his game.
First down here for the offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. Navy quick to the line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. He'll put the tight end in motion. Quarterback on the keeper. All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the 1st down.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the...
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
Well, with his speed, they're going to keep blitzing him over and over because you'll get results like that right there. Kind of reminds you of Joe Kelly, a great linebacker at Washington in the 80s, or maybe Mason Foster as well. Those guys can go sideline to sideline, but they could also blitz. This guy can do it all.
I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield.
Navy will have to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Slips through the line. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. So Washington's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. 3rd and short now from their own 48. Trying to pick it up on the ground. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Using the quick game.
I think sometimes offensively you've got to have a bit more awareness of where you are in the field. You've got to feel yourself getting close to the boundary, and you've got to settle down. That guy looked like he was a little bit out of control, and as a result, that throw took him out of bounds for no gain.
Pressure coming. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Wants to throw. It's Judovsky. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the 1st down. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and the capper a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. Offense set on first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Oh, what a cut! He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. This defense might be reeling after those last two and now facing first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Navy! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Notre Dame has the lead currently, but it hasn't come easy for the Golden Gophers. They're in a tight one right now. They're up by 7 over the Royals.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll leave it with him. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy, run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, what they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the fourth quarter.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. At the 45 on its way. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. Offense getting set for first down. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. The Huskies have it with a 1st and 10. Running back goes in motion. Going up top on first down. Throws to the back. Makes the catch. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Really nice looking pass there. You think about all the great Washington quarterbacks, right? Warren Moon, the Heward brothers, Mark Brunell, Jake Browning. The greatest quarterback name in college football history, Sonny Sixkiller. That guy was throwing seeds at the University of Washington. This dude right here, putting on his best Sonny Sixkiller impersonation.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts it.
And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. Quick completion to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up 3rd down. And wait a minute, 3rd down now becomes, we're going to go for it on 4th down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Touchdown, Huskies! What a catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. And here comes the Navy offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't get on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Here's the handoff. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Navy quick to the line. DB's right up on the receivers. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Navy will have to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Quarterback adapting. Unleashes one. He's got it. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Judovsky. Heaves it deep. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. A great catch and run for 6. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a huge play in the passing game, covering 67 yards to the end zone. And he's going to try to return this one. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Navy will go back on the attack. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points, and you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to come into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Turns it on down the left side. 10. Touchdown, midshipman! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Pulls it in on the right. He's loose. Touchdown, Huskies. And once he got loose, it was all over. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got his man downfield. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Looking to go up top on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. This senior quarterback moving the chains and picking up a first down for his team. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Makes a connection. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. On second down, just keeps firing. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. He lobs one high down the left side. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. He goes out of bounds, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this one's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on second down. Dropping back, it's Judovsky. Fires left. Pulls it in.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They've got it first and 10 from the 25. He's going to pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And the Huskies want to crank the tempo. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On second down, looking again to throw. What a snag by the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll throw it on first down. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. Right down the boulevard, it's good. So as it turns out, a 2-play drive results in a field goal. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to move it through the air. Moves away as he feels pressure. Fires on the move. Wide open downfield. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, you have been calling a great broadcast today from there in Annapolis. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Steps away. Slips a tackle. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, running back on the move. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Running backs square their shoulders up. It's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, fourth down, in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. They're trying to get to it. He's moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. The pull and throw off the RPO. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Feeling some heat. He'll pull it down and run. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Quick release by the QB. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Offense gets set for 2nd down. The give to the back. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Man, how about this offense deciding to run the football, be physical, find a hole, get downhill, Palmer, and get the first down.
Yeah, and it helps too.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Husky.
Down in tight to the goal line, you saw some good movement up front by the offensive line, getting a push and giving that running back a chance.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. A lot of we ares inside that stadium today. Penn State is running away with things, and that offense looks unstoppable. They're up by 23 over the Astronauts. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Getting some heat. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
Well, this defense has a 3-possession lead at this point. You're seeing how dominant they are up front. They have done such a good job recruiting D-linemen, linebackers, guys that can blitz. They've got speed. They've found guys in the portal. They've recruited guys out of high school, and they are just eating right now.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity of this coach. This team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Lining up trying to convert this third and short from the 40. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Pulls it and fires to the left. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking downfield, it's Judovsky. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Washington! And the stomping has commenced.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
42, Navy, 17.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Navy offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. He wants to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Big first down sack for the defense. Brings up second down. He's looking to throw. Buying some time. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the first down. He's looking to throw it. Finds his man. It's Slade. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. After the incompletion on second down, it's 3rd and inches. And the pass is intercepted. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly, Dave.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Back to pass, it's Judovsky. Going for it all. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. He'll try to do it himself. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Washington right back to the line.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the 4th quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. With the run on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before and they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Navy will go back on the attack. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think.
Oh, look out! And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. It's complete. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. And they still do count him for 6.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
Splits those uprights right in half. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence. And, David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense may be time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
Fires to the big fella.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football.
A shot toward the end zone. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Number 16.
Well, these players came together. I've been so impressed, not just by the talent, but also by their composure. Handling this kind of environment in the first game of the season, this says a lot about the leadership in that locker room.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit about to go to work.
Set to kick this one away.
He'll start the return inside his 25. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent. Forget this day already.
They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Pocket starts to collapse. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. The sure hands, it's played.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Coming after it. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Scanning the field, it's Judovsky. He lofts one down the sideline. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Trying to get to it. Hit as he throws. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for
Welcome to the heart of Sooner Nation, Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. And if you aren't familiar with the saying, Boomer Sooner, you will be soon enough. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the San Jose State Spartans, taking on a team from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Spartans will put total leather to crank us up. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Sooners offense will have the first possession of the game. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way.
He felt the heat, trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. They're setting up the screen. At the 35, he's loose. All kinds of running room. The 30, running inside the 20. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. The Sooner schooner doesn't have a tight turning radius, but it can rev up the Oklahoma crowd, David.
Man, get them started, get them going early, test the limits, get in the end zone, get these people going bananas, just safely. You know, go bananas, go crazy, but, you know, don't do too much and don't fall over in your seats.
My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. On the ground. Into the end zone for the 2, and they push that lead out to 8. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. Just about set to kick it away. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So San Jose State's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make play...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Danced his way through traffic. Pick up a 4 to the 19. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
In these situations, 3rd and eternity, I know exactly what to do. I'm putting more DBs on the field. I know it's a pass, my best pass defenses, and then I turn my pass rushes loose. Go get that QB.
And the Spartans will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. All kinds of heat on that punter. Good job just to get it out of there without disaster. They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call.
Offside defense.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap kick. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Running it back, it's Bowen. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. 2nd down coming up. Back to throw, it's Arnold. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. Still up by 8 after the miss.
The score, Oklahoma 8, San Jose State 0.
The San Jose State offense is back on the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Line getting set on second down. It's a draw. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Brown will throw it. And the quarterback goes down, but there is a penalty marker right at the line of scrimmage, and this may go against the defense.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Whole lot easier after that penalty. It's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw for it. They're bringing heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
The Spartans will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll bring it back. It's Bowen. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. On first down, here comes this offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Caught in the backfield, it's Barnes. Makes the grab, and he's dragged down. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
And that's why that guy plays DB and not wide receiver. DBs generally don't have as good of hands as wide.
Oh, they're faking it. Takes a shot. Incomplete. The fake had worked to perfection, and he just gacked the pass. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. First down for this offense. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Brown wants to pass. He's going to take off. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Offside. Defense. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Got his man out of the backfield. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Got a wide open receiver. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. And the Spartans are moving quickly down the field. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line. Defense is taking some punches as they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense has it there, going the other way. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. From the red zone, it's Barnes. Ripping through the defense. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy on the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. Throw to the end zone, picked off.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Welcome to Knoxville, home of the Tennessee Volunteers, where the hymn of choice is good old Rocky Top, and they hope that by the end of this one, it's good on Rocky Top. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Georgia State Panthers, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Georgia State will kick it off to get this game started. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Volunteers offense will get the first possession of the game. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
And the quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game. So who do you look for? The tight end. And there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter. But over the middle of the field, closer throws, so nice to have a security blanket with a great tight end.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next.
Hit the afterburners, kid. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown ball. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Tennessee Volunteers offense has the ball for the first time. A big challenge for both of these quarterbacks, Jesse, is dealing with a ball-hawking free safety on the other side.
Oh, you're right, Reese. QBs better be good with their eyes. Better not stare down wide receivers in this one, because if you float the ball down the middle of the field, that's getting picked.
And these guys are going to be right in the middle of the field, flying all over. Backs will make sure that they are locked in and not throwing the ball near those guys.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be. And the quarterback brought up 2 and sacked at the 12.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on second down, and now put them in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
They've got him then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the ball comes out. What a disaster. The offense back on top of it. That's going to be a safety, but trust me, that could have been much, much worse. And they are fortunate to get the ball back, but unfortunate to have a long way to go after that loss. Kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety. On the move, it's Bishop. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Well, I didn't bust for a long one, but now 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd and eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. They'll try to get it through the air. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. And the Vols come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking down the middle. Got it! They will score! Touchdown, Volunteers!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after they... quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. That makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point extends the lead to 16. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays.
Tennessee, 16, 0. Number 94, set to kick it over.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping 2 hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. A QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals.
They'll throw it on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He was able to come down with the pass, but not in bounds. So it'll be a turnover on downs. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Brock. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it.
Man, as a defense, you're salivating in this territory. You want to get that safety. You want to put your hands over your head, clasp them together. I got him in the end zone. Nice job by the defense being ready, rushing the quarterback, almost getting the safety.
Georgia State will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Bringing it back, it's White. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. And wings it incomplete. So the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes, and it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
All right, defense, you know coming into this game you're playing a fast quarterback. You know it's not going to be easy getting him on the ground. You got to start thinking about how you're pass rushing. You know, rushing right up the middle and allowing him to get outside, it's going to be a tough task.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Tackled after picking up the 1st down. There was no reason to hesitate on the sideline there. Just keep the offense out and go for it.
Dude, 4th and inches. If I can't get inches, I deserve to lose football games. So I'm going.
And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty, you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
On to attempt the try. The fake, they flip it to the kicker. They're not going to come close to getting to 2. But it's an understatement to say they should have just kicked the thing. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And the kicking team's going to call a timeout. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. One final play before the end of the quarter. And off.